Hey, what's up, y'all? It's me, Sin, aka My Mind Becomes a Comic World. How y'all doing today? I was going through my old stuff, which is my old sketchbook. I thought it'd be great to redraw them. I had this idea when I was looking through my old sketches because I just recently moved, guys. I know I've been gone for a while, but hey, don't worry about it. Life is how it is. So, how about we begin and start redrawing this picture, shall we? Alright, let's go. So today, guys, we're gonna be drawing like an armored kind of glove, but it's a crystal, but it's supposed to be some kind of eye in the middle. What made me inspire this was from Witchblade. Yes, that's pretty old anime, and I don't remember so much from it. I remember watching it when I was little, when Funimation used to run online, not online, but on TV, right? They used to have their own channel, and I loved watching it every time I came back from. That's actually how I first got into anime. That's actually how I first was introduced to anime. I was just scrolling through channels, as a child back in my day, back in my day, and I just enjoyed it. I enjoyed watching so many anime back then from on TV. It's so different now, but it's whatever. It's whatever now. We can watch anime online as much as we want now. Yes, no more coming from school and trying to catch the show before it ends, right? um yeah, it was that's what basically inspired me to make that drawing once. And because of anime, let me tell y'all, I think it's very common for people to get into art because of anime. And that was one for me because I got into art because of anime. I mean, that was one of the reasons. One of the reasons specifically. I don't know if it was, I wouldn't say it was the main reason. Maybe it was the main reason. Now I'm thinking about it. I'm not 100% sure, but it did a lot for me. I was very interested when I was younger. I was very interested in anatomy. I always wanted to get it right. I always wanted to get it right. You know what I mean? So when I first discovered hands, drawing hands, every artist's worst enemy. Yeah, I started practicing more because when I start comparing my artwork to others at a young age, I was very determined to do better. I was like, I want to get better at this. I want to better. I want to figure this out. I will admit, over the years, I will go back and forth being like, I did it perfectly, and I realized no, it wasn't done perfectly. And I was like, I did it. I did finally achieved a level. I definitely achieved it, but it's definitely not perfect. And there's no such thing as perfection. Guys, there's no such thing as perfection. We all have a different style. I copied different style. If you look closely, if you observe it in the videos when I'm making the hand first, I'm making a hand first, by the way. Uh, you can tell you can tell probably what other animes that inspire me to draw this kind of hand style. I'll say one of them would have been Baki mixed with JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, because mostly when I learned the hands, I mainly I saw them. I kept observing them from different animes, different shows. I saw a lot of tutorials how to do hands, and I tried all these different methods, right? And they're not all bad. Some worked for others, some doesn't work. I will say, it was a very long working progress, and I can definitely tell you, over the years of me practicing my drawing, it evolved a whole lot, and you would never believed how much progress. If I can find more uh, hand drawings, I'll definitely show you guys. But I don't think I have any in hand right now. Huh? No, that was a good joke. Okay, it was a bit funny. Come on, it was a bit funny. It was a bit funny. Well, back to the subject in hand. Get it in hand. Um, yeah, everything was just a bunch of trial and error, trial and error, trial and error. And I know that's probably a lot for everybody. That was I wouldn't say it's a continuous phase we all do. If we all have a curious mind and want to improve ourselves or our talents or anything, everything is trial and error, and that's what I loved about drawing so much, because you can always tell from the trial and errors everyone has gone through and tried, and what they experimented with and what they do. You start to recognize some things, like you guys share certain a style, or where you had this idea, or what tutorial video you guys both watched. uh if it was from an anime, you guys got it from how to draw the hand. It brings together, it brings it all together. But nothing can really describe that feeling. Nothing can really describe that feeling when you have that sense of achievement, especially when it comes to this. It's almost euphoric, and that's the best way I can always. I guess the best way I can just describe it. It's euphoric a bit. But anyway, let's get back to Witchblade real quick. But what can I remember? Witchblade. I remember watching that kind of late at night. My bedtime was 8 o'clock, like 8 p.m. But I wanted to be a bit of a rebel. I was getting that rebel age. But and I watched it on Funimation, by the way. I loved it. It opened a new world of wonders, especially when it came to imagination. You know that even though I don't think Witchblade was exactly appropriate for me to watch during my age that time, it was very good either way. I think I only watched Witchblade twice, 3 times at best, and I was amazed by it. Even though I still don't understand the story. I don't remember barely of the story. I just remember a hot milf, a hot milf, and this this blade thingy on her hand, and coming after everything. It was a red haired chick slaying everything. It was crazy, and it was. It's one of those times that in our generation, or during my generation, or other generations, that I wish people had saw more, because I didn't see a lot of people talk about a lot with Funimation when it had when they had that channel up, and it got I took it they took it down. I don't remember why they took it down. I'm pretty sure you can get it back if you call like your provide service provider for your television or whatever. I'm not 100% sure. I remember googling that, but I never got a chance to try because I don't have cable anymore. But no, that channel though played a huge role in my life, because a lot of people said, "Oh, I started watching anime in Toonami. Oh, I started watching anime in Cartoon Network." Because Cartoon Network played Beyblade and Bakugan. Technically that was anime. All right, that was technically anime. Or people watched it in Nicktoons, right? A Yu-Gi-Oh, or what was it? Not Avatar, not Avatar. Even though I still count it as an anime, but it wasn't Avatar. It was, what was it? Oh, I'm trying to remember it. What was it? It was in my head too. There it was. It was Dragon Ball. I remember now. It was Dragon Ball. How did I forget Dragon Ball? Yeah, they played Dragon Ball in Nicktoons before. I remember that. And the other animes, I would say, in Nicktoon was also uh Monsuno. That was really good. The theme song was amazing. And I remember Vortex. They had Beat 'em on. I loved that. That was so good. It was all very nostalgic. It's a lot of things I loved back in my childhood. It's something I wish everyone would be able to see back then. But even though we're able to access it on computers now, it doesn't change the fact that it wouldn't that experience. That experience, you had to be there for that, and that will never change, because that's something you can only experience once, and you'll probably never have the same kind of experience again like that. So let's take a look at what I'm making here. So as you can see, I'm not really a big fan of the shading I did. I know I can do much better, but I wanted to give a darker complexion, and I mess with the lighting a bit. Mess with the lighting a bit. I will be honest. I was a bit rusty because college has been a lot for me. So I haven't been drawing as much as I would love to. But now I'm gonna start drawing more often as possible now. But I'm still impressed. It's obviously way better than I did from like years ago, but I'm happy where how far I went with this. I'm happy with the armor. I remember I struggle a lot with armors, but I like. It took me a bit, but I like the armor composition. I mean, because I like drawing things by logic. Because I took a few references and combined the armor. I was looking for the hands. I just did about my brain. I took hand references for my own hands before. Sometimes I take pictures. Sometimes I just find hand references online. But I practice so much with the hands that I basically know a good amount of eye angles. Not all of them, but good enough angles that look good that I can be comfortable with. And we're nearing towards the end now. This is where I start getting. I put a darker shade on the armor because it looked better that way, and I wasn't because I was gonna end the video there, but I wasn't happy like that, so I made the armor darker. So here we are. See here, these were old pictures that I had back then. Those the old pictures, and look at this now. Way better than I remember. Okay, guys, this comes to the end of their video. Leave a like. Hope you had fun. Leave a comment if you enjoyed it. Some tips, and God bless, and have a nice day.